Hello there Ninjago fans, and welcome back on in to the channel here for a new video. Now, due to the success of my very last video in which I took a look at some of your own personal hot takes or unpopular Ninjago opinions, I thought why not renew it for a very second episode right here on the channel. This has been a series I did way back when, in around 2021 to around 2022 I think, on and off. I do know I have a playlist up on my channel, so if you guys are just absolutely desperate for more hot takes from me, you can go ahead and check out the playlist section on my channel and find the hot takes playlist. But this is kind of like season 2, I suppose you could say, as we are now taking a look at some much more updated Ninjago unpopular opinions. And how this works is, well, over on my community tab a few days ago now, maybe even a week ago by the time this video is going live, I asked for your unpopular opinions, and I've had around 40 or so different responses, so I have definitely had to whittle it down. I tried to be very fair though, as I just went through the replies randomly, screenshotted them, and so I have them here on my gallery, and I'm just going to be going through them and reading them out and discussing them, obviously platforming them here in this video and talking about them. So without wasting any further ado with this particular intro, I want to get straight into your very own hot takes, and yeah, just some random Ninjago photos will be shared in the background, nothing relevant to today's video. But still, let's get straight to it. So somebody here, starting this right off with a very, very spicy one, somebody here says, it's quite pointless to add lots of additional side characters such as Arakor and Euphrasia, because it is less likely for them to ever get more screen time, since so many other characters are missing in the merge, characters such as Harumi, Garmadon and Skylor. So first of all, thanks for sharing your take. Personally though, I've got a slight counterpoint to that, and that is the fact that, well, maybe a lot of those characters won't be returning. Spoiler alert, we do kind of know from a few random Ninjago set leaks that maybe Garmadon is going to be returning. That's not necessarily a spoiler because it is literal just set information. We have no true evidence, it's more so just like early leaks and rumours, so maybe Garmadon's going to be an exception, but as long as like Skylor and Harumi in the previous Elemental Master group won't be returning, I think we should be safe, because I think Dragon's Rising is really hoping to kind of like go its own separate route with everything, and so I think there should hopefully be enough time for these characters to thrive and actually get screen time. At the end of the day, that is just a theory on my end, what do I know? Next person here says, I kind of like the mechanic as a small-time villain, and I wish he would show up more. So, fair enough, I do definitely agree, although I actually also like the mechanic as like a main villain. Technically in Prime Empire, sort of a main villain, maybe like secondary main villain at least. And also in Crystalized, I think he was quite cool, apart from the sexist stuff going on. But other than that, I really like the mechanic, he's awesome. Although I still ultimately like his very first scene in Season 6. I loved him there. That was probably his best performance in my personal opinion. Somebody here says, Dragon's Rising still focuses on a lot of the original ninja. Like, I get they still want to focus on them, but they already had 11 years. I definitely agree. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's time to pass the torch down, as you say in your comment here. And while ultimately I am desperate for like a Zane-focused season at this point in time, because that's really long overdue, and at the end of the day, we have so many new interesting characters to delve deeper into, and with everything going on, I'm not necessarily too butthurt about the fact that the original ninja aren't going to be getting too much screen time, because I'm still happy with Aaron and Sora. They are two great characters, and they definitely need more screen time. So ultimately, yeah, I do agree with you. I'm not really too, like, angry about it. But, yeah, moving straight on here. Don't want to keep things going for too long because I don't want to bore you guys. But somebody here says, I would actually like it if Bentho, Vanya, Zeatrix, and Harumi all have an interaction, since 3 of them have had some relation with an evil royal family member, while Harumi was an evil royal family member. Very good point, actually. I never really thought of this connection. That would be kind of crazy. And the funny thing is about this, it's actually, like, not too far-fetched, I would say. I mean, sure, maybe it is, but technically it actually isn't that far-fetched concept-wise because of the merge. You know, these guys could easily cross paths. The merge has been a wild ride so far, so who's to say that they actually won't? Moving forward, though, somebody says, Jay definitely should have had more screen time in part 2, whether it be a flashback or a few more scenes in the administration. Again, I've got to disagree with this, and I'm not sure, some of you guys may have seen my video where I talk about this hot take of my own, where I have that really evil title talking about how I'm really happy Jay didn't come back. But yeah, I think they should just save everything Jay related for Season 2 of Dragon's Rising, just kind of flesh things out. And then same goes to Cole, really. I'm not sure if they might be dragging Cole's out even further, so say for example, we get Jay in Season 2 and then Cole like more so in Season 3, or the other way around. Maybe they're going to be playing it like that, and they're just going to keep giving us as Ninjago fans something to look forward to. But still, even just not having Jay until season 2 really excites me, and it gives us, as fans, something to really get hyped for. And also, the mystery of not really knowing what's up with Jay 2 adds on to that, and it leaves us just desperate to see more. So I actually do like that a lot. Somebody here says that Harumi should never have been evil. And, wow, I mean, that's kind of crazy, and that would change kind of a lot. That's like a huge what-if scenario. I do definitely disagree with this personally, but thank you for sharing. Of course, it is an unpopular opinion. That's what we're here for. But I think that there's not a problem with Harumi being evil in the first place. It's just that in Crystalized, she ended up kind of being terrible. Ultimately, she was just completely screwed over by the writers and the story going on at the time. So ultimately, if they just left her as a hunted Season 8, Season 9 type character, it would have been amazing. Her conclusion was pretty much perfect. It's just Crystalized that really messed things up. Somebody here says that I feel like the Overlord is the best Ninjago character because of his design powers and history with the first Fujitsu master. Fair enough, thanks for sharing. Obviously, as Overlord X myself, I do quite like the Overlord. Not my favourite villain, but at the end of the day, he's also been kind of screwed over. I think there's so much potential with him, and Crystalized was leaning into that more so towards the start, when the Crystalized was first introduced, but by the end of it, he just kind of felt a bit plain and also a little bit immature for my own liking. But I do have to admit that, yeah, he does have some great story elements tied onto him, and his history with the first Fujitsu master is very cool and honestly isn't spoken about enough. Somebody here says that Hands of Time is massively underrated, so thanks for sharing your own opinion. Hands of Time is one that I've infamously hated, and if you guys are long viewers of the channel or just kind of like know me from Twitter, Discord, all of that stuff, then you will know that I have infamously just been a huge hater of Season 7 Hands of Time. But recently, like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago now, as of the time of this video being up there for all of you to watch publicly, it's kind of grown on me with this last rewatch. I'm not sure where I'd rank it, that's going to require a lot of thought, but I will just say that I don't hate it as much as I once did, that's for sure. Somebody here says that Ninjago should have more real deaths in main characters and side characters. I mean, wait, is that even an unpopular opinion? Because I absolutely agree with you, but at the end of the day, Ninjago is a kids show, so the chances of that happening, honestly, pretty slim. Somebody says that I'm glad Lord Raz isn't from Chima, he doesn't fit in. The exit's that way, find the door, get out. Just kidding, of course. Completely fair enough, but ultimately I just have to disagree. I really hope Lord Raz is still from Chima. Maybe I'm clutching at straws, but maybe there's still a chance that the wildness is actually a region within Chima, or Chima is a region within the wildness, actually, I should say more accurately. But still, time will tell, I guess. Somebody says that Sora's face works in the show, but as Lego minifigure print, it looks bad. Fair enough, I think the biggest thing with Sora's minifigure is that it just kind of looks inaccurate with her hairpiece, so there's nothing really else to say with that. And lastly here, somebody here has a very hot take, as they say that Sons of Garmadon is overrated. Parts of it are really great, but most of the new designs are off-putting, and characters like Kai and Lloyd seem too different. The thing is with Kai is that he just simply was like, well, he had the character of a cardboard box. He just didn't really do anything in this season. But with Lloyd, I really loved the maturity aspect. And you could tell that the Hagemans returned and wanted to do something great as like a send-off. Kind of like to themselves in Ninjago. They wanted to go out with a complete bang, and I really applaud it. With that being said, though, I do think that's basically just about going to conclude things here. Thanks for all of your responses. Sorry I couldn't fit all of them in. I may put them into the next episode, or maybe. If not, though, you guys will still have lots and lots of chances to get your own personal hot take featured in a Ninjago future video from me, that's for sure. But with all of this being said and done, though, guys, that is going to conclude everything here, so hopefully you all end up enjoying it. Please feel free to leave any of your own personal thoughts on all of this down below in that comment section, guys, though. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding all of this. Please, though, now that you're done watching, please, if you enjoyed, leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more, and while you guys are down there, go ahead and hit the notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all of my new content as soon as I do post it. And with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new video. Catch you all soon. Goodbye, everybody.